everyone. Welcome to another review. I'm Zuli. This is my dad.
How y'all doing out there?
And today we're reviewing Credit 2022. Before we start, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Dad, do you want to start us off?
Well, I'll start with the overview. Well, basically what it's about. It's basically about a young lady growing up in the 1700s. And, back then women were more medicine people. They did the picking the food, cooking the food, stuff like that, making the clothing. But she wanted to be a hunter like her brother. And so, she was getting a lot of pushback from the males and some females. The females were giving her funny looks, and the males like, why don't you go home and cook something or some stuff like that. And at the same time,
the predator.
Yeah, alien hunter or wannabe hunter is trying to prove to his tribe
that he is a hunter.
He's a hunter too. So they send him on a mission, I guess, to find a place to take over, I guess.
Yeah.
And well, it was what it was, and then they had a fight, as you all know. But we'll get to that. So let's start with
the review.
No. How do you feel about the movie? You know what I'm saying? What are your overall thoughts on the movie?
I liked it. It had a good story, good action. I liked it, of course the camera zooms and stuff. My classic stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. What is your overview like?
I thought it was a good movie. It was watchable. I mean, it had some good characters and good scenes in it, but I guess it's not the best Predator movie I was thinking. But it's a good prequel. So,
I agree.
Start with your characters. Who was your first character?
I want to start with the female warrior. I did not know how to say her name, or I don't want to butcher her name, so I'm just gonna call her the female warrior.
Yeah.
But I liked her. She was a good character. She had like a nice heart, but also she was very smart.
Yes, very smart.
I liked her action, and again talking about her smartness is since she saw it was taking too long to go grab the axe.
When she was training with the axe. Yeah.
She tied it so she can bring it back faster.
Yeah.
And that led to a lot of good action scenes.
Yeah, that was cool.
Overall, I liked her character.
Yeah, I liked about her because she was a good tracker. Like, she's very like where the other guys thought they were smarter than her, even her brother, because they looked at him, like he was a good warrior. I mean, he was a good warrior, but
he's like their warrior.
But, I mean, for the young guys, I guess he was one of the top warriors. But when she snuck up behind them and they was like, "What you doing? Coming to cook us a meal or something?" And he was like, "Nah, we can use her.
She's good.
She's good with medicine."
And he said, she's a good hunter. No, she has a good brain, I think.
Yeah, I think he said she got a good brain. But she came up with the idea because they was hunting the lion. And she came up with the idea of how to kill the lion. I mean, she wasn't successful doing it, but
I mean, she did.
As we found out later, her brother
was
successful doing it the way she said it should be done.
I mean, she did weaken it.
Oh, definitely weakened it. So, who are your next character?
The brother. Again, I don't know how to pronounce his name, and I don't want to make it sound bad how I pronounce it, so I'm just gonna call him the male warrior.
Yeah.
I thought he was a good character. They definitely showed that he had love for her, and he was trying to mentor her to be a hunter.
Yeah.
Like when he was trying to tell her the story about him and his father.
Or their father, but yeah.
And then she was like, doing that fake thing, like she's going to sleep, and then he just hit the target.
Yeah, because she was watching a hawk or eagle or something flying, and she was supposed to be shooting it for the meal. But he went it, because since she wanted to play and act like she was asleep, he shot it. But then you see, that's how you knew she was smart. She said, "What are you doing?" He was like, "You was sleepy or something." She was like, "Nah, I was waiting for it to come back." Now you got to walk across the water to go get it. See, she was waiting for it to come back to this side, so when she shoot it just drop right there to him. Well, he shot it all the way over there and had to go get it. But you see, still when they went home, Mom was like, "Yeah, you brought back a red tail." And she looked at her brother like, "Cause that was supposed to be my kid." And he said, "Oh, you went to sleep or something."
No, I think he actually does that.
Yeah.
Also like the scene you said where he's like she's good for medicine and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that fact that he, like we said, he used her plan.
Yeah.
To bring them what's it called, mountain lion up into the tree, since on the ground it will probably have more of an advantage.
Yeah, because they could probably hide in the grass.
And it probably move faster.
But you see, it ain't come out to the end that he admitted to her that he used that plan. He didn't let the tribe know how he killed her. He just came back with the lines and all that, and act like he was the warrior instead of saying. See, that's the only thing threw me off about him. Why he couldn't give his sister the props, even though in secret he told her, you could tell he had confidence in her, but in front of the males and all them, it's like everyone. He still was scared to let her know, this young lady, she a woman, but she can do what we do.
Also, like you said, I like how it also shows his love for her, since he sent the entire search party like in 2 different directions just to try and find her.
Yeah, he led one search party and had some people lead the other. Yeah, and towards the end,
he did save her.
When he
remember the predator was looking and about to kill the dog, and he came in.
Yeah, and that's what I said. And when it was him and her and they was back to back, and then he heard the twig crack, and he knew the predator was right there. He told her like how he cared about her, and
he knew it was too late for him.
Yeah, but he wanted to let her know, make sure she knew how he felt and the belief he had in her. I like that. That in his final moments, he still was strong enough to let her know, you can do
it. My next character is the predator. He doesn't talk, of course, and stuff. He mostly growls, but through his how he moves and stuff, he expresses his emotions. Like, when that guy, remember he cut off his leg and stuff, and she found that stuff that made his blood cold, so he looked invisible to the predator.
Yeah.
But the predator saw the blood. I thought since he saw the blood was hot, but this guy's cold. That doesn't make sense. I thought he was laughing. He's like, I gotcha.
And that's the part I get confused on, because I was like, at first I'm thinking the predator looking like, man, because how he get up there and he dead. And I was thinking that he didn't know. I thought he thought Slim was dead, but when he stepped on him and Slim screamed, that let him know. Because it looked like it kind of shocked him like he jumped back, but he made that sound, that whatever sound.
No, I thought he moved back like that
and
then he went
with the Wolverine claws.
And also, when he trapped her, and I think he was supposed to be excited by how he was moving his mandibles one by one, but he was like, I got you now. But then the French people came and got her.
Yeah, but
so he backed off.
I thought more of that. I thought he was more gonna take her.
Oh wait, no, that wasn't when she got the French people. That was when she had no weapon. Remember, and he was looking straight at her.
Yeah.
Like she was against the rock.
But you mean the that's the rock or the trees? That's when she got out that mud.
It was something gray behind her.
Oh, okay. But it's kind of like, and then you could tell he don't hurt people that can't defend themselves, because I thought he was gonna let her out of that bear trap if them Frenchmen didn't come, because he was being nice. You see how he kneeled down? I thought he was just gonna open it up.
Like earlier in the movie where you saw how she opened it up and then just broke it off.
Yeah.
I thought also that it was showing he has compassion.
Yeah. That's why I said. That's why.
You were just stuck in here. You can't defend yourself for nothing. Let me help you out.
And that's why I think they real warriors. They're not into fighting. Cause you see, he was protecting all innocent things. Like when the wolf was chasing the rabbit, he smacked the wolf, and then the wolf tried to come at him. And that's when he cut him wide open.
It also showed with the snake. Remember, the spider was crawling on him and then crawled off. The rat was eaten by the snake.
Yeah, he was gonna let it go.
But then the snake started
hissing at him.
About to attack.
Yeah, that's when he.
And when it attacked, he used
cut the skin all off. Mm-hmm. So
and actually that's what began the hunt for I think for the female warrior, because she saw his foot track and he brought up in the tree where there's blood everywhere. Mm-hmm. Things also showing her brain, since the rest of them she showed them and they're like, they didn't care.
Yeah, that's they kept saying that's a bear. Mm-hmm. Even her brother was like, that's a bear or something. She was like, that's too big to be a bear.
And how they get up there. Mm-hmm. Any other characters you want to bring up?
No, what do you think about the tech for the Predator in this?
Like the stuff
his gear and stuff.
I like it. I think it shows that he's high tech, but this isn't the Predator that
of the future
that we know for like the person.
We shoot them laser things.
It shows that he's still they're still building up to that.
Yeah, because I like how his helmet.
I like you.
It tricked him in the end, but I like how his helmet got the 3 dots and it's like dark side beams. Like they just go wherever the target.
I think they fixed that with the laser thing. Yeah, but it's only going from right. So it's not gonna
once
bounce
it hit.
It's not gonna fire all the way back around and hit me in the face.
Cause it's like a heat-seeking missile or something.
Yeah, I like it so how it's like a bone, but it's also made for
I'm talking about when he shoot cause the nails or whatever, you see how it went around.
Arrows?
And,
Arrows?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Whatever. Futuristic arrow. Whatever.
It killed him. That's the point.
Yeah, cause you see how he had it hovering on his arm when the dog was right there, and that's when brother came through with that whatever that spike that he had. It was a Predator
from
spike.
Him. Remember he threw in the tree runner? He hit him with his helmet fell off. And it's like it flew wherever the laser was, not where he was shooting. And
that's when his sister noticed that, it's not that where he's shooting at, it's just where the laser is at. That's wherever the
I have a question about that.
Bullet or whatever the thing is.
Well, Predator, I think he knows that. I mean, seconds before his death, so he couldn't do nothing about it, but I think he knows that. Since how he saw the laser was shooting at her and stuff, and he just wanted to kill her. So he's like, it's gonna shoot, it's gonna hit you straight. But then, no, it's not pointing at her, it's pointing at him, but he thinks it's gonna shoot, it's gonna hit you dead. But it then did that bounce point. I think a few seconds before either him in the head, I think he's like,
realize it.
I don't think he did that whole. I just think you see his mandibles kind of move back, his mouth kind of start opening. The shock.
And it's funny he got tricked like that, and how earlier when the dude was right there and he shot the mask and it bounced back and shot him in his head.
You think it was foreshadowing?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Trick bagged itself.
Wait, before we move on to the scenes and stuff, can we talk about the mom?
Oh yeah.
I think she deserves some more connection.
Oh yeah, definitely.
She loved her son, supported him, like, yes, you're a strong hunter, like you said, you brought back a red tail. But also, she wasn't, going against her, like, no, you shouldn't do this, but she wasn't, exactly showing her, what's it called? Support.
Yeah, because she was scared. She didn't want, you see what happened when the people came back and she realized
it was her son?
The son was gone. She was hurt, and then at the same time, her daughter missing too.
For days.
You can finish talking. I just need
it. So, yeah. I think at that point, she's like, she probably think of all the things I could have said to her and stuff. And stuff, but yeah, I think the mom was a good character. She supported the daughter, she just never showed it, I think, for a reason.
Because,
and she probably did.
I thought she probably thought being a hunter is a dangerous occupation.
Probably gonna lead to.
Yeah, she more safer being at home with her, cooking and, stuff like that.
And it showed that she probably did teach her some of that stuff when she was little. How she knows how to get her the medicine and cook.
That's why she knew. She said, "Go get the." She told her to go get the
orange.
Stuff. I forgot what it's called.
Flower.
It looked like a sunflower.
Actually, the cool thing about that flower is
a dandelion.
I think they tricked you with the mud earlier. Remember when she fell in and everyone who knew Predator that's how he's not gonna fire.
Yeah.
But when you eat that flower, it makes your blood go cold.
Yeah.
Making it look like like with this guy, he's not
breathing because everybody else looked yellow and red on the inside, like when they're using this infrared. But then they just look blue.
But anyway, like you said, she taught her that stuff. But yeah, I think the mom was a good character.
Mom was a great character. She wasn't a negative lady. She was a good lady.
Any other characters you want to add in, or that's really the end of the?
I'm trying to think of that dude's name. I can't think of his name. When that she was getting into it with at first, but remember when her and the Predator was running? I mean, when she was like, duck down, he's right there.
And he's like,
and he tried to aim the arrow, so he got us. She was like, no,
he got us.
And then she pulled him, started running.
And then he
splattered his whole body.
Yeah, like I said, just they don't want to show you the dead body, but they definitely like to show you those explosions, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But any other characters besides that dude?
Really? Is it any other character? I mean, unless you want to talk about the dog. The dog is a warrior.
Oh yeah, the dog.
Yeah, the dog. I mean, he loved that girl. He almost sacrificed himself a couple of times for that girl with that bear and the Predator.
That was funny with the bear. I thought the dog was like, move it! Yeah. You know, when it ran back, and I remember that. She was brave, definitely trying to fight that bear. I mean, was it fighting?
I don't know what it was. The dog.
No, I'm talking about her. Remember, the dog was running back saying...
You said she was trying to fight the bear?
Shot an arrow.
Oh, man.
That's not fighting, is it?
Yeah.
That's trying to keep yourself alive.
Yeah, it's survival tactics.
I mean, it did nothing. It bounced off it.
Nothing at all.
But I wouldn't get the scenes now.
Okay, which?
Actually, since we're talking about that bear scene, I want to finish up on that one. I think you agree with me saying I love that scene when the Predator's fighting the bear, like they're wrestling each other.
Oh yeah.
And how the Predator just, when he kills the bear, like all the blood is draining down on him. So he like.
I like the whole. Yeah, that looks.
Oh,
awesome
I love the whole entire fight scene. With them wrestling.
No, I ain't even talking about that part. I'm talking about the build up before the fight that would led to the fight. When she said what the bear was eating. The bear was eating
a deer.
Yeah, she tried to shoot the arrow, but her bow popped. The bear hurt. And then he came over there. He could smell him.
That thing moved fast. It was like it was just turning the corner, and by the time she's done turning that bow, it's already up there attacking her.
I said, you had to be a brave soul back then.
And that's when the dog was defending her. Remember, like he chased the bear away.
I said, you had to be brave back then.
Dealing with those.
Yeah, living in the wild like that, and the bear could come at any time, or any type of animal you out there with.
The mountain lion.
Depending on what part of the world you living in.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I said, I like how the Predator, he's still invisible, but all the blood rushes down so you can see him.
Yeah, that was real cool.
You haven't seen that, or can I go to my next one?
Oh no, you can go to your next one because
I think you agree with me also on this one. With him fighting those people.
Oh, the Frenchman.
Like when it's all dusty.
Yeah.
One, I like how he reveals himself.
Smoky or foggy.
I like how he reveals himself, like a part goes invisible, until it's like all gone.
Yeah.
I just love that fight scene, like I said. Watching him just tear them apart.
Yeah, because I love how they get him with the bear claw.
And then
he dropped that thing on it, and it melted the bear claw.
No, I think it's like cutting it, and it just popped.
It looked like, because it turned like orange, like Wonder Woman lasso.
I'm going to say, don't metal does that, like when it's hot, it turns orange.
Yeah, that's why I say it looked like it just melted. Like when he dropped it on it melted through the thing. Oh. Because remember, he took that and then threw the bear claw and it smacked and it smacked on the dude's face. I said, God. Yeah, like you said, it was
And remember, that's how he got the dude's leg. Remember, he drew that metal thing and he just and it cut his leg off.
Yeah, and that's when he brought his shield out.
I remember she kept it and then she used it against him.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that net thing. Remember that net thing he threw out the dude and it just like it kept squeezing until there's nothing left?
Oh, the net. I thought you were saying the net thing. Yeah,
My bad.
The net. Yeah, when he threw it on him, and then that just squeeze. It went through the tree.
I guess everything had to be gone before it's done.
Yeah, that was.
And I also found it funny, like how the guy was like, and he bounced back at him.
Yeah.
They had their little scenes of comedy.
Oh, my favorite scene of comedy is when we was talking about when she was like, "Let's go up in the tree and drop the bait down from the tree so the lion could come up," and the other dude was like, "Yeah, you wasting time up here."
Me and your
brother. You done, man. Your brother gonna go kill go get the lion. The lion snatched his ass about that tree. I died laughing.
Yeah.
That's what he get. bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And look.
I actually want to bring that scene up now since you're talking about that. Made me think about when they came to capture her. I hated that scene. Like
Yeah, I thought they was gonna get on that old freak man trying to rape her or something.
Oh, I thought they were too. But when the predator came, it was funny because he's like, haha, look at your face. And then he's just dead.
Yeah.
I would say this about them. They're brave. Seeing whatever that, not even seeing, just seeing some invisible thing and just yelling and going in. And they last for a bit, remember, until they stopped playing with them.
Yeah. That was a tough scene right there.
But they brave souls just to see, don't even understand what that is and just say, like, just go fight.
I mean, what you gonna do?
I mean, you couldn't run. But that's dishonorable.
You're gonna die.
I mean, you're gonna die.
Yeah, so might as well stand for something.
That would be the funniest thing if one of them dropped their weapons and he's just like, and just left them alone.
They might did. I mean, but they wasn't smart enough to notice that. That's why she knew. Mm-hmm. That's why she told her brother, we safe. Remember when they was tied together, she was like, we safe. We don't have nothing. He ain't gonna.
Did he see them, or is he jumping above them?
I think he can see anything, long as in that infrared. That's why the stuff she had was so important.
I like to say I like that, like how, like I said, in Predator movies they I already said that about that.
What?
That they usually fans of Predator movies will be like, oh, they're gonna use that mud pit, he can't see her.
Yeah.
But using that to trap him instead, it was new and inventive to give her something to eat. That
the stuff.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it was
like a new way to fight him.
Because we was knowing she ain't had the technology like in the future.
Or like in
Predators that even Danny Glover and them had. So yeah, it was cool to find another way to battle them.
Actually, now speaking of that, I want to get to my final scene. If you don't have one more to add.
What?
Their fight. I love it.
What? Her and him?
Like their final fight.
Yeah. She had to get revenge for bro.
She even said the lines. Remember when he said like on this hunt, he said, "This is no more for you. This is the end," or something like that. Remember, her brother was talking to him about when she was gonna say the line.
Yeah.
But then she talked to her ultimate prey.
Yeah. That was sweet. How they brought that back around.
And I did actually like how it's like kind of black and white, since it's so dark. And the snow, that's why I'm saying it's white. But his blood, is real bright green, so it can tell you where they're at.
Green, yeah, it looks sweet. So even when the scenes was dark, you could still
make out what they're doing.
Yeah, that was real cool.
And that's really all I had to say. You have anything else to add?
No, I ain't got no more scenes. I just love this mask. I think I love this mask, even though the beam got him in trouble. But
I wanted to ask something real quick. For Predator fans, in Predator 2, they gave Danny Glover a gun at the end when he defeated Predator.
Oh, when all the Predators came and picked up the body.
But now, I guess they're recalling this, that in this, they got the gun for her.
I noticed that in all the Predators, they respect the warriors. Like
if you're able to take
the human that fight back, or
I guess they say if you're able to take it out one of us, you should be respected.
Yeah.
Is that arrogance from them, or is it just respect? Saying if you can take down one of us, you should be respected.
I mean, I think that's just ultimate respect because, like you said, all the technology they got, even in the future Predators, like from this one, their tech is still super futuristic.
Or like the Predators, like that terrible.
Even that cloaking is just still super futuristic.
The only reason they get able to do it in movies like The Predator and Predators, this one from 2018, is because they're getting it from them. They're stealing their stuff and they're using it.
Yeah, using their own tech against them.
That shows how far behind they are, though, that we had to steal from you to use it.
Yeah.
Even back then, and that's supposed to be 2018.
Yeah. So.
But anything, to close out, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And comment the next movie you want us to review.
Thank y'all, and be safe.